We're going to let thus saith the Lord speak. Let's get Psalms, right? Let's get Psalms, man. This is Psalms chapter 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. That's the so-called white man, right? He's very deceptive. And this is something that our people don't understand. This is how they always get tricked, bro. All right? And then when you get tricked, you find somebody else to blame. You never blame the person who's responsible for the deception. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. They're acting as if they got systems in place to help you in a time of need. Don't worry about the food stamps. We're opening up more food pantries, right? We're fighting our hardest to get SNAP benefits restored. Whole time it was already planned. You think this is just, the government can't agree, the Republicans and the Democrats can't agree. You know, they want to take from the poor to feed the rich. You know, this is just another act of capitalism, but they actually care. It ain't Donald Trump's fault, right? It's not my mayor's fault. No, this was planned months ahead, probably even years ahead. That's how deceptive these people are, right? Let's read it again. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. It sounds good, right? The so-called white man always sounds like he loves everybody. Like he's going to take care of our people. Like he's doing us a favor, right? But let's see. But war was in his heart. And that's what you got to understand. He's going to get on the news, right? These different news networks, your CNN, right? Your Fox 45 News, your, what is it? MSNBC, BC, whatever it's called. They gonna get on these different news networks and sell you dreams, right? Promise you things that they're never going to fulfill because they got a plan in order, bro. That's what you got to understand. War was in their heart, bro. They're saying that everything is going to be okay. Eventually, your SNAP benefits will come back. Yeah, with $38 trillion in debt, right? But we would never abandon the American people. Meanwhile, you got government officials. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. You got, because this is the fine print. They ain't going to put this on the news. You got to search this information out, right? And they know you're not going to search out the information because you're too busy concerned with Halloween and Thanksgiving and what I'm going to get my kids and my grandkids for Christmas, right? Meanwhile, while they're telling you that everything is going to be okay, you got government officials moving out their luxurious homes into military bases. Why are they leaving their homes to move on military bases? Think about that. They're not going to tell you this. You're not going to see it on Channel 13. Right? You're not going to see it on your nightly news. Why would government officials, popular ones, for those who are familiar with these different government people, why are these government officials leaving their 6-bedroom houses, their 8-bedroom mansions, their condos, just to move on a military base? Something can't be right. They gotta be in fear of something. They're not doing that for no reason. Because they're privy to information that the general public is not privy to. They know war is coming to America. That's the point. That's the point. They know war is coming to America. Real soon, it's nigh. Ain't gonna be no peace. And as we progress through these scriptures, you'll see. It's just up to you whether you want to believe it or not. Okay? So, let's go to Genesis, man. This is Genesis. What's that other scripture? This is Genesis chapter 49 and verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Let's read it again. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. So that's what we're out here to do. There's brothers everywhere, man. There's some brothers right over there by Ripley's, believe it or not. There's probably some brothers around the corner, right? Over east, over west, it's brothers everywhere. And the main objective is to tell our people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, to gather yourselves together, that we may tell you what shall befall you in the last days. We're living in the last days. Okay? But we got to gather together the right way. Not under religion. Not under the moniker of being black. Right? Not as Christians or Muslims or any of that. Man, we got to gather together as Israelites. As God's chosen people. As the sons of Jacob. This is Isaiah chapter 54 and verse Salah. Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 15. Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. That's what's happening. See, our people, we all gathering together, right? But we're not gathering together the right way. We would much rather gather together as Christians and hear smooth words and have our pastor tell us good things. We don't want to hear the truth, because the truth is harsh, right? The truth is going to require you to make an actual commitment, to make sacrifices, to change. No, the most I say, yeah, they're going to gather together, right? But not the right way. Let's read it again. Salah. Isaiah 54 and 15. Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. So according to the Bible, there is a way that you can gather together that's not ordained by the Most High. That's not approved by the Most High. Right? There is a way. And what is that way? The way we have always been gathering together. Under the name of Christianity. Right? Under the banner of Islam. Under the movement of Black Lives Matter. The Most High is not dealing with Black Lives Matter. He's not dealing with BLM. He's not dealing with your government. He's not dealing with religions. You're gathering yourselves together, but not by him. Okay? You choose to trust in the system, which that is something I'll never understand. I could never trust in the system that destroys me daily. The same system that refuses to let me go. The same system that continues to hold my people captive. But that's the way we'll gather together. Right? If the so-called white man say, listen, y'all want them food stamps restored? Do this, do that. Niggas will line up and do whatever this so-called white man tell you to do. Just to get your SNAP benefits back. Right? Because best believe they got a trick up their sleeve, man. Ain't none of this impromptu. Ain't none of this stuff just happened to be happening. No, man. They know exactly what they doing, and they waiting to see how our people are going to react. And how we react is going to determine their next move. That's what you got to understand. That's why I'm out here preaching, if you will. To wake our people up to what's coming down the pipeline. To what's about to befall them. Right now it seems cool. No. Everybody is drinking and smoking, you know, being given in a marriage and having fun. You know, it look like people enjoying themselves, you know, on a Saturday night in the harbor. But it's going to come a time where it ain't going to be no friendly marching down the harbor, bro. Unless it's National Guards and different factions of the military. That's coming. Let's get Matthews.